After we learn how to convert your ER and EER diagram into the relational schema diagram, it is time for us to learn how do we do that on the database of our own design. So for the project number 3 is going to be a team project. The executive summary is basically convert your ER diagram of your group design, and of course this is going to be your revised version of the ER diagram. And if there are more corrections happen in your revised ER diagram, you need to correct your ER diagram into the best form so that you will be able to convert that into the relational schema diagram. And I want to emphasize one more time, it is going to be your project 1's final product, not your project number 2, because in project number 2, you have individual design, and we don't want to touch that. I want you guys to finalize your project number 1's design and convert that into the relational schema diagram so that we will be able to construct the database of your own design. So based on the converted relational schema diagram, I also want you guys to implement the database through the Oracle DDL language, data definition language. So basically write the code based on your relational schema diagram design. You probably have not learned how to do the DDL code yet, but don't worry. After project number 3, we will discuss about the Oracle DDL immediately. Starting from this point, we will convert it from the theoretical or design phase into practical or implementation phase of the database. So we will start writing a lot of code. So based on the database your group design, I want you guys to again convert the ER diagram into relational schema diagram and use the Oracle DDL code to implement that, including the primary key definition as well as foreign key definition as well as all necessary constraints that you want to add into your database. The project objective is that I want you guys to learn how to convert the ER diagram into relational schema diagram and learn how to implement your database through the Oracle DDL language. So what you need to work or what you need to do is very straightforward. First of all, I want you guys to submit the original ER diagram from revised project 1, which I want you guys to give me the final product of your project 1. So if your revised version is perfect, simply submit that. If there is some corrections in the revised project 1, you still need to make it right so that you will be able to start working from that point. And therefore, that is your original ER diagram from revised project 1. Then it is totally possible that when you really try to convert your ER diagram into the relational schema diagram, you realize that there are some changes still happening. So you can change that. You can change your ER diagram because this is the design implementation part. So there are maybe something is not necessarily wrong, but too complicated, and you realize that something needs to be changed. So you can change your ER diagram. I just need you to show me what are the changes you made for project number 3. So if you do that, I want you guys to give me the revised version of your ER diagram. And you need to circle out the changes that you have made so that I can easily see that. And then I want you guys to draw your complete version of relational schema diagram converted from your item 2. And that relational schema diagram need to draw by computer. So that is like the first part of the project number 3. And of course, once you have the relational schema diagram, I want you to write the Oracle DDL code for implementation of your database. And once we started, you will understand it can simply be write in any text file. You can use Notepad, Notepad++, WordPad, etc. And of course, you can write that in some IDE formats or anything that you wanted to do. But I need your Oracle DDL code for implementation of your database. More importantly, I want you to execute your Oracle DDL code in Oracle so that you can really create all of those tables that are necessary related to your design. So once you have done that, I want you to take the snapshot of every single table that you created in Oracle using the describe table command, so that we will be able to see that your table has been successfully created. So you can see that item 4 and item 5 are like the second part of the project number 3. Since there are two major parts of the project number 3, I am actually setting up 2 due days. First of all, I'm going to give you about 1 week. At least one of your team member need to come to the online support and show me your item 1 through item 3, which is the first part of your project number 3, so that I can make sure your relational schema diagram has been successfully converted. You need to understand that if the relational schema diagram is wrong, there is no reason for you to write the code. And therefore, I'm going to give you about 1 week for all the team members to meet together, start doing the design, convert all the things, follow the steps. There's only 7 steps in converting the ER diagram into the relational schema diagram. You don't even need to worry about step 8 and step 9, which is the EER part. And therefore, you will have about 1 week and to come to the online support so that I can talk to you and make sure that all the things are running correctly. Of course, if you I of course would prefer that the whole team member is there so that everyone can know what went right and what went wrong. And then the second due date is that after you have done that, I want you guys to work on the second part, writing the Oracle DDL code, as well as take the snapshot of each table. And you will need to submit everything, including item 1 through 5, everything on the due date specified on the blackboard. So that you can see there are 2 due dates. Your score is going to be the average of the 2, so that you need to make sure you would come to the online support and have someone show me your conversions. So this is a teamwork, and one team only need to submit 1 report. This is about your project number 3.